Okay, so in this problem, they want us to find the zeros. They don't really give us any hints or anything. They just want us to find the zeros. And so we want to find all of them. Okay, now when we look at it, you might say, oh, I think it's going to factor, but it doesn't factor. So if you want to try that on your own, you can, but I'll just tell you right now, it doesn't factor. Okay, it's a third degree polynomial. Okay. And we're going to look for the possible rational zeros. We're going to use that rational zeros theorem first. So find P, the factors of this constant, which is going to be 1. All right. And then find Q, which the factors are going to be 4. The factors are going to be 1, 2, and 4. So what are our possible, rational zeros? Well, 1 over 1, so P over Q, 1 over 1, 1 over 2, and 1 over 4. So my possibilities are plus or minus 1, plus or minus 1/2, and plus or minus 1/4. So I have 6 possible rational zeros, okay? Now, if you're wondering, we've had some other theorems, why don't we start with something else? Well, we have to get started. Because it's x cubed, it doesn't factor, so, we're kind of stuck with just trying something to see if it works. So I'm going to try 1. I almost always try 1 first and see if it works. Now, remember, it's degree 3, so I should have 4 terms here when I divide synthetically. 4, 0, -3, and -1. It doesn't have an x squared term. Okay, so that's why the zero's in there. All right. So now let's divide. 4. 4 times 1 is 4. 4. 4 times 1 is 4. 1. 1 times 1 is 1. And I get 0. Well, that was nice. The 1 worked. A lot of times it does, but not always. Okay. So this time we got lucky. First try, it worked. Now, we can keep trying the other ones, but we don't have to. Because what I have now is I have this left. And that is 4x squared plus 4x plus 1. Okay? Yeah, so that's great. What we mean when we did this synthetic division, we mean that our function that we had, let's see, what was it? It was 4x cubed. I forgot what it was. Minus 3x minus 1. Okay. When we did that division, then now we're saying our function is x minus 1, right? Because we found a 0. We knew that 1 is a 0, so that means x minus 1 is a factor, times 4x squared plus 4x plus 1. And you could multiply that out. I don't think I will, but you could multiply it out and you would get this expression. I'll go ahead and multiply it. 4x cubed, multiplying here, plus 4x squared plus x minus 4x squared, doesn't hurt to see this, minus 4x, and then minus 1. And when you combine those, you're going to get 4x cubed, these are going to drop out, minus 3x minus 1, right? That's what we started with. Okay, now go back to the factors we said then. X minus 1 times 4x squared plus 4x plus 1. So I have a quadratic here. That's what's exciting. This is quadratic. And we know how to solve quadratics. It factors. So I get to go x minus 1, and then this is going to factor into, no, not that, 2x plus 1 times 2x plus 1. Okay? I can check it if you want to see that. So there's 4x squared, there's 2x, and 2x, that makes the middle 4x, and then the 1 times 1 makes the 1. Okay? what that tells me then is I know all the linear factors. Now you'll notice that this factor is the same as this one, so I'm only going to get one more 0. And if you need help solving that, you can just write 2x plus 1 equals 0 and solve for that. You're going to get x equals -1/2. Okay? So my zeros are, the zeros for this problem are 1 and -1/2. If they asked about the multiplicity, that one has a multiplicity of 2, but I just because there's the 2 factors. So you kind of have to remember that from what we did in another section. Okay, so we found the zeros, 1 and -1/2.